Hello, everyone. I'm Dear Myrtle, your friend in genealogy, but you know this channel's all about making journals to tell one ancestor anecdote at a time. Today, I'm going to, by request, show you how to make this kind of a pocket. I call it a corner fold-down pocket, and how to put journaling cards in it. I did this a little bit earlier on Heather's show and finished embellishing it with buttons and a little bit of a blossom there. I have to figure out a way to attach this. Let's see if we can just do it. What I have is a little charm that says believe, and I really want to get closer. Maybe I should zoom in. I think I'll attach it this way. Let's just hook it up there. There we go. I thought I would hook it on this little brad that I use to help keep this in place, this ribbon, but that will work just fine. Don't know if we're going to do that, but here's the paper I'm using, and I'm going to make several Valentines, including a couple for my neighbor, and I'm starting out with journaling cards that came from, let's see who this is. This is my Valentine. And I'm cutting them up, and we'll just do that together. I have a neighbor who's very thoughtful and brought me a surprise gift, and then because we never can answer the door, yeah, she had to text me and say, I left a little surprise for you. So I thought I would make her a handmade Valentine this year. And I'm going to do it just like a little tuck spot. Now I'm cheating by using these pre-done journaling cards, but they're so cute. The background's kind of cool too. Let me actually cut up the ones I'm planning to use. I like this little one that says love. So that's the one we'll use. And then I think what I'll do, since I can't stand it, I think I'll move the camera down slightly. So close your eyes for a second. There we go. Because this is small and I want you to be able to see it. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got our target. We've got several that we can do. But I definitely want to use this one that says love. I mean, it's really cute. It's already been collaged. And the paper that I want to use for the outside part, this is too orange for it. Plus we have the inside to deal with. So I'm going to use the companion fabric, I keep saying that, because it has little hearts on it. And I know that I need it to be a little bit, the whole thing to be a little bit shorter than my journaling card. So we'll take a pencil and mark it. And I'm going to have to do two things. I'm going to have to remove this edge so I can fit this. Well, we could do it this way. Let's try it this way. A little bit. I want a little bit of it to stick up, so we'll try it here. Okay. And I've got to pull back my cutter. Okay. So the journaling card is 2.5 inches wide. So we need to, aside from cutting this height, where is that mark? I do this every time, don't I? There's my mark. There we go. So I need to make it at least 5 inches, maybe a little bit more, so that the journaling card can fit in it. Shall we trim our card? Get my good scissors. I'm going to embellish the front of this a great deal. So the fact that I'm using a journaling card that's already been collaged is just fine. And yes, I will ink the edges. Okay. So our goal is to make a pocket and to put this in. That's going to be not unlike this. So let me show you the prototype. Well, it's already glued, but we're going to fold in the wings and then fold down these corners. So let's figure this out. Alrighty. So we know it needs to be at least double and slightly more. So I'm just going to arbitrarily cut it here. Yes, this has a very bright colors on the inside. That's for sure. But it's okay. All right, let's see how this is going to work. We've got to find the middle. And I'm just going to pinch it slightly. And I think this is the part we want to turn down. So we're going to go like this. Alrighty. And fold the other side in. Oh dear, I hope it's the right size. Let's see if this will fit in. Yes, plenty of room. Okay, so all we have to do is fold these corners down. And you can fold them however you wish. I'm going to take these not quite to the edge because this is a squatty little pocket. All right. There we go. That's kind of intriguing on its own because this is double-sided cardstock. All right. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of work. It's always fun to do a little bit. Okay. I want to decorate this cover a little bit. And I'm going to do it very simply with a little bit of cheesecloth. And I think that I'm going to use white cheesecloth as opposed to the creamy colored. Well, that's cream colored on this. Let's see what this looks like. Boy, this is very threadbare. I think it'll be fine. Okay. I'll cut some of this. And we are going to move quickly. Let me get my little heart. Got a couple of choices of hearts. I don't know if they're too bright. They might be too modern compared to the vintage look of this. All right, let me keep looking. I have several choices. Let's see if, oh, this has some things that will work in the front, but I'm still not finding it. Could use a little bit of this instead, like from the bottom. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. Or from the side. There's so many choices, we don't know what to do. All right, since this is wider, clearly wider, I'm going to take it down to about this level and see if we can cut it reasonably well. Okay, so I'm going to be eventually cutting these edges. All right, I like that. That's going to be one layer of it. I'm not liking the cheesecloth. It's looking too grungy for my taste. Okay. Now let's see if I have anything else that might go. What about one of these? These are Prima Flowers. They're little rose hearts. Like a flower, but not like a flower. Okay, let me try to open the bag. And we'll see which color we like the best. the shininess can affect my view. Kind of like the medium one. It won't be too overpowering. Okay, so we know we're going to put that on the next layer. Let's go ahead and start our gluing. First, I need my art glitter glue. Oh, I just love Valentine's Day. Oh, here's some other inspiration from Julie Nutting, Ephemera French Flea Market. All kinds of interesting little things. And these are always so fun to try to open them for the first time, especially live. All right, let's just put some of these out here. Because this might affect what we decide to use. Well, we already eliminated these. Okay, little umbrella stuck to the edge. Okay. Cool thing, some frames, but I'm not going to use. Too big. Enjoy today. Kind of a little mini thing. Might use that. I don't know. Cool. Oh, might put this on there. Behind the pink. Might do it off center. It's possible. Let's see what else we have. Tiny journaling card. Amor. Amore. Bonjour. Good shoes take you places. Okay, keep shining. I don't know. I kind of like these things. Lots of fun to look at these and figure out what we'll use. I think I'm going to use the bird cage and the heart. Okay, now we have to figure out if we're putting things in front of or behind, etc. Okay, kind of like it behind. And then this guy on top here. And then some beads. All right, so I know I could put this guy down. But before that, the only place I need to put glue is here on this flap and here on this flap. Or else in the middle, totally. Pretty easy to make this. And with a lot of impact, I think, in the result. Okay, so we'll place that there. And this one here. Oops. Have to hold it down for half a second, Myrt. Okay. And this is going to go underneath. And I may cut that off. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But let's at least glue it in place. I want to try to keep it right there. Okay, now we're ready to glue this part. I really love the pinpoint on this art glitter glue. It really helps a lot with the work at hand. You can get the glue right where you want it to go, theoretically, possibly. The thing I've learned in making journals to tell an ancestor story is I get to think about the person. Ooh, do I want to use the bigger one or the littler one? I think the littler. Well, now I might want to use some cheesecloth after all. Or do I want to use some of this? I wish it was thinner. It's, you know, we don't have to keep it totally perfectly there. Yeah, I think I'll do that, because it'll be different. Okay, here we go. I like the shininess of it, you know, a little bling sort of, maybe. These scissors are so big I can hardly handle them. Okay. And then we're going to go over like this with this one. And also, there we go. I almost feel like stapling it there. How can I accomplish that? I think my stapler might be, let me go see if I can get the stapler. I have several, including the Tim Holtz mini stapler with teeny tiny staples, which is the one I can actually find. I'll try to give you the link to that. I got it from Amazon. Okay, I have a problem though with stapling, don't I? It's going to affect how far down the journaling card can go. So let's experiment, see just how far we really want it to go. Okay, so I don't know if I can fit that in there. Oh, I can do it up higher. Oh, miracle of miracles. Now I can put that journaling card as far in as I wish. Okay. Now, do I want the big or the little? Let's try this one just to see. This is a big one. And if we put something else in there, let's see. I don't want to totally destroy that. Yes, I keep the flaps up so I can hear somebody asking me about that. What would happen if we did the littler heart? And then we have room to put this. Okay, this has actually got a little hole punched out of it. Oh dear, decisions. I could just stick it here. It's part like a little mini collage. Definitely needs something there. Let's try the bigger heart again. Yeah, all right, I need some string. And I need white. So I'm going to take it off this baby. Oops, didn't have one. Okay. This is good. We liked before COVID going with this friend, her husband, and my friend, and my husband and I would go to this little French place to have brunch, and it was so nice. Okay, we don't need it that long. Let's cut the tail off. All right, and I always want to put glue to keep that knot. It's actually just a loop. Okay. Let's see, how are we going to do this? No, it's got to go on top. Only because we don't want to obscure the little bird cage part of that graphic. And now we can just put this big guy there. And we're almost done, I think. Good golly. I love it when a plan comes together. Of course, I lost the pin for my glue, so we're going to have to hope for the best. I'll find it. Yeah, we need more glue anyway. Let's glue this down, even though it's stapled quite nicely. I'd like it to be flatter. Okay, boy, do I get stuck up, huh? Ah! These are actually little teeny hearts. I didn't realize that. I knew it was a big heart. I knew the whole thing was a heart shape when I bought it, but I didn't realize that those little petals were, in fact, hearts. A lot of little teeny ones. Let's get this glue up before it gets too messy. Okay. I gotta decide if I just want it to look straight or whatever. Here, let's just put it here and I'll hold it in place. Okay, good. Now we've got the back of this to deal with. And I don't know what I'm going to think about it. I think I'm going to cut the, I think I'm not. I'm just going to put glue on it and let it hang over. And go from there. After all, this is a one-of-a-kind thing. There we go. Okay, we just need to work now a little bit on the little journaling card. Now, first of all, I like to fix the corners a little bit. I don't like rough corners on the bottom. So we will take care of that. I'm going to cut a little, punch a little opening at the top. We just eyeball it. There we go. Let's put this little guy back. Okay. We're getting there. Now we need to ink it. So I will get my Distress Oxide, and I think this is photo, vintage photo, yes. And we will ink the edges. All right, I'm also going to do it on the back. Now, part of why I ink the edges is that, let's see if I can find an example. You can barely see the edge of this is white because the paper is several layers and the middle layer is white. This is cardstock. And I don't want that white to show up. It kind of interferes with my plan here. All righty, so that's ready to go in there. Now I'm planning to write my sentiment on this, but when you look at this, there's a lot of text on that page. So let me go get some tea-dyed paper out of my stash. We're gonna have to cut something that'll fit. Let's see what I've got. There's something, this is a little bit too dark, although this portion would work. So let me just start, let me just tear. Oh man, it's going to be weird. I don't know why this is going to be this way today. Well, I'm not at all happy with that. It's just the texture of the paper. How big do we want this? Yeah, okay, we'll try here. Oh, this is much better here. Now I want it to be a torn edge because I think that looks intriguing. I think this is a little long, so we can adjust. I also want to show more of this pretty design. So let me go along here. This is a cut edge of the 11 by 17 paper I tea dyed. Actually, I coffee dyed these. And I don't drink coffee, so I had to buy some instant coffee. And yeah, let's see, right to about here. And then make it like triple thick, like really thick and dark. Let's see how this. I'm going to curve this just slightly. And that's my plan. Let me try to zoom in without moving the tripod. Let me use my mouse, see what we can do. This is such tiny stuff. It's going to be out of focus. Darn. Let me try it a different way. Because there, that's a lot better. Why didn't I think of that? Silly old Myrt. Okay. In fact, I think I'm going to take this dark part off. It's a little bothersome. And dare we add something else to the mix? I kind of like this because it has a rose on it, this sari silk, but it's a bicycle and it's pretty big, so I don't really like that. Let's see what else I can find. I do know that I need to glue this down. So let's get our art glitter glue and do it. Okay. Ooh, I forgot to ink it. Is that okay anyway? Yeah, it's fine. I can also ink it now. Let's see what we can do just on the edges. I do this all the time. I should know I can do it. Okay. Starting to look pretty good, isn't it? I mean, even if I do say so myself. I don't know. I don't think I want green. I want a butterfly on it. Might look cute. I don't know. Those, I might, no, I don't like the sparkles, and I only have red pearls on my desk at the moment, so we'll just leave it like that. What was it I was thinking I was going for? Yeah, I think I'm going to get a little bit of variegated yarn. I might bring the white too, just to see what I decide. Because I've got to put something in the little slot that I made at the top so that it'll pull out. Is that too much like the string here? I think it is. Oh dear. All right. Variegated is too dark. Yeah, it would just, it's completely too dark. We'll see what kind of sari silk I have. And also, would that look cute on the back? Down the side? It may. Let's try it. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. It carries off the pink. Yeah, let's do it just for fun. I want it there, down the side. I think I'll just do 3 hearts. That's a thing in our family. And I always put glue on my little washi tapes because they don't stay in place for me. It could be because I'm in a very dry climate. That could be half the battle. I don't know. Okay, and I like that rough edge there. There we go. What can we do for that pull? Because we're almost done. That's all we need to do is figure out what to put there. I really like it so far, don't you? I hope so. Although I don't want to be egotistical about it, but it's always amazing what you start out with and what you end up with can be completely different. You just never know. All right, let me look for something else that could be intriguing. My sari silk is, I have a little pink. Let's see what the pink looks like. It's, of course, way at the bottom of my package of sari silk. Let me get some of that out. Because I think that is what we need a little bit of. So I'll cut some off. Oh, this is very, very wide. Look at how wide this is. I don't need it that wide. It's okay. We will do well. I love these containers. When Mr. Myrt gets the whole thing of cashews, this whole huge plastic bottle of cashews from Costco or Sam's Club or something like that, I save it and I keep my sari silk in it. That's just what we needed, isn't it? Just what we needed. All right, so we're going to pull this through. And what shall we do? Let me take a little piece, tiny piece of string again and tie it so it will hold it in place. I need to go a little bit farther than my mic can reach. There we go. You can't have everything at your fingertips. It just doesn't work out that way. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this and tie it at the top with a knot to help that sari silk stay in position. Okay, there's one loop. Pull it tight. Here's the other loop. Okay, and do we want to hang anything from it? Little charm or something. Okay, that's not charms. All right, I've got buttons. Let me just, here's one that just has a heart on it. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to tie this on with a knot and then make a bow if I can out of this little string. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, there's the charm. And you better do a double knot, Myrt, so it'll stay there. Okay, I'm gonna make it tiny little. Doesn't look so tiny, but we'll figure it out. Okay, pull away, way, way, way. Now tight. Okay. Pretty good. All we have to do is fix this one little part. A little long. Okay. And that's how we do it. So it's a nice little Valentine for my neighbor. And I rather enjoy doing this. Now, this could be put in a journal where this is attached to a page in the journal, and my grandkids would pull this out to find a little message written on the back. Let's put it the way it goes. That has one or two sentences more about that story that I'm telling in that ancestor journal. I don't know. I kind of like that. I'm happy that I finally zoomed in. Sorry, guys. I should have thought to do that sooner. There's nothing left to say. But I'm DearMYRTLE, your friend in genealogy. Happy family tree climbing and journaling and Valentine making, everybody. That's a wrap.